Welcome to the Young Crones Cafe, where you can get a magic brew full of all sorts of information, both witchy and practical.
Grab a cup of coffee and join us. I'm Elizabeth, a wordsmith.
And I'm Dave, a modern-day sage.
We are going to talk about various witchcraft and life topics from a slightly more mature perspective, at least most of the time.
Thanks for joining us.
Here's a little something extra from the Young Crones Cafe to get you through until our next regularly scheduled episode. Today, I'm going to be discussing an alternative to smoke. And no, I don't mean tobacco or other substances, but incense. After a recent bout with pneumonia, I couldn't burn incense for the longest time. First, because I had oxygen, and second, I would need oxygen when I could have smoke around me again. And as we've used incense pretty much throughout all of our practices of these many years, I found I really missed it. And I started looking for alternatives and ideas of what I could use instead. And I came across the idea of people are now making sprays of herbs to use in ritual situations or just to make their home smell better or whatever, rather than burning incense. So if you are like me and couldn't burn incense for a while, or maybe you're practicing with somebody who's allergic to things, or if you're living in an area like we do where it's January and you can't have the windows open to make sure you don't set off the smoke detectors, this might be a great alternative. And they're very easy to make. All you'll really need is a good handful of some kind of herb, some sea salt, some water. Now, this could be tap water. You could collect rainwater. You could make moon water, any kind of water that you want. And when you're done, a couple of drops of lemon juice, which is a natural preservative. Obviously, a small spray bottle of some sort. I found them at the local dollar store or in the big box stores. You go to the travel section. In the cosmetics department, they have those nice little bottles for less than $1. And then a fine sieve or a piece of cheesecloth to strain with, a bowl to put the herbs in, and obviously a pan to boil water. Here's what you do. You put the herbs in a bowl and boil your water and pour it over the herbs. Add some salt and stir it gently to get things mixing together. Cover the bowl and go away and let it cool. Once it's cool, strain it through your sieve or your cheesecloth so you're not keeping the herb bits in your spray, which will also help make it last longer. And now pour your solution into your spray bottle. Add your couple of drops of lemon juice, shake it up, and spray away. Here's some potential uses. You could spray your ritual space before or after ritual. You could spray yourself to bless yourself at the start of a ritual. Or spray your home spaces to move your energy around a little bit. The idea is you get the scent of the herbs just like an incense, but without the smoke involved. And if you don't want to go to all this trouble, you could just pour hot water over your herbs in the bowl and let the steam rise up. Keep it in the fridge when you're not using it because it'll last longer. And of course, we always suggest that you label your bottle so that you know when you made it and what you put in it. You could experiment with different combinations of herbs, just like you can when you're making an incense based on correspondences or because it's something you like the scent of. The idea is there are all different ways to work with the correspondences of the herbs, just like an incense, without having to actually burn something. Of course, if you like to burn things, just make sure you're not around people who are going to be upset about it, or you're in a place where you can actually set things on fire. So with that being said, try out making some of these of your own if you want. And if you have any ideas of what you've tried and you like it and you want to drop us an email, you can always reach me at Elizabeth at 2 Young Crones or Dave at 2 Young Crones and let us know what you tried. So until next time, may you find mirth and reverence in all things. Well, it looks like the coffee cups are empty for this week. We hope you join us again next Tuesday, but you can find us at our website, 2youngcrones.com. That's the number 2, Young Crones.
We'd love to have you join our growing online Discord community.
Check out our new Patreon presence. Just look for Young Crones Cafe. Through Patreon, you'll be able to make it to our Discord. We are also Young Crones Cafe on Twitter and Facebook.
Until then, remember, we are witches who work with energies to effect change.
We are believers in both immanent and transcendent divine.
We are celebrants of the passage of the solar and lunar cycles.
We are hedge walkers who pass back and forth between the worlds of the magical and the mundane.
We are seekers of knowledge.
And we are walkers of a spiritual tradition we call the Path.
So mote it be.
So mote it be.